Good morning, everybody. Weather briefing Thursday, so the first day of the second half of the week, and I cannot keep it longer just to say now already you're very lucky because we are facing today the probably best sailing weather day of the Kiel week 2012. We have both today. We have sun and we have breeze. In the last days we had sometimes good sun but no breeze, we had good breeze but no sun. So today we have both in excellent conditions. And the reason for that is this pattern, this synoptical pattern from tonight over Europe. So we look into the big picture, and this big picture sees us just in the middle of the picture, the black cross. Here we are. And we are just sitting between two weather systems. One is over Scandinavia, big high pressure system from Norway into the Eastern Baltic, huge high big pressure system filled with dry air. And on the other hand, we have a low pressure system sitting in the southwest of Great Britain. So far away, and we just between. Not too bad the situation. You will see that in a minute. If you look into the weather pattern now almost, so 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we still sitting within this high pressure, and the high pressure has reached into Schleswig-Holstein, into Kiel. That's the reason why we have these sunny conditions with little clouds, few clouds, and a lot of blue sky, because we are sitting in the influence of this high pressure system. The low in the far left corner is just very, very slowly approaching. And if we look into the 1400 local time weather pattern, you see the low is very slowly coming closer, but the high pressure is sitting, is stable, stationary. And by this, the isobars are starting to squeeze. So the pressure is a little bit stronger, and the pressure of the breeze I'm talking about. If we go into the 2000 local time this evening, high pressure is still sitting over Scandinavia, but very slowly going away. The low is a little bit quicker, faster coming inside. So the isobars further squeezing, and this means the gradient is increasing, and increasing gradient means increasing wind, gradient wind. We are dealing today with pure gradient wind from easterly direction out of the high pressure system, and we stay in the dry air of this high. Actually, the satellite picture from 7:30, now we are sitting in the middle of the picture with a red cross, and you see the huge cloudless area over Scandinavia. That's all the work this high pressure system has done. But on the other side, the low pressure system on the bottom left side of the picture with the L low and a lot of bright white cloudiness and bad weather over there. We stay in the good weather conditions, and that is the good. These are the good news. If I go just into the forecast, actually we have, or basically out of this high pressure system, we have to expect, and we can expect, easterly breeze with a northeasterly component. And we have actually this component already on the lighthouse and also in the inner shore courses and inside the Kiel was 50-60 degrees from wind direction. And the wind speed picked up already temporarily into the 15, then coming down to 30 knots. So it is pumping, but it is coming, and it's picking up through the day. And I expect the conditions in late morning from northeast, 60 degrees, 50 degrees on some courses, and a good breeze in the 11 to 15 knots. If we go into the early afternoon and further afternoon, we have to expect this very slowly going right. The wind tends to go right today, and while going right, it is increasing. Or you can also say increasing breeze means going right. No fronts, no clouds, pure gradient wind, but with some addition, sea breeze. So I expect some thermal input. What is this sea breeze doing? It starts in late afternoon, midday. So before your starting time, probably the wind going left first a little bit by 10 degrees, 15 degrees, and then starting from there, going right. So the whole afternoon is a steady, slow going right and increasing breeze. You find my detailed forecast with the handout you get in the entrance, and it's also hanged out on the window, but you can pick it up all. They copied a lot of that, and you find also this table there where I made slots of 10 to 12, left slide, then the middle row 12 to 1400 and right side 14 to 1800, the forecast for the courses. And in this situation, I expect 40 to 50 degree in the inshore courses, a little more right hand shifted 50 to 60 degree outside with building 12 to 15 knots over midday. Then we come into the 14 to 16 knots with directions of 17, maybe already 80 degree. In the inshore courses still 60, touching the 17, and then it goes in the afternoon further right into the 80s, inshore 70 degrees, and it's building 16 to 18 knots average. I did not talk about the gustiness. I forgot it in the German part, I just remember, but you found it in the handout. So the gustiness is increasing with a gradient wind. At midday, we have to expect the gusts in the range of 16 to 17 knots. Then in the early afternoon, 20 to 22 knots. And in the evening, we still see 27 knots. So the gustiness is also increasing. And what is additionally increasing in these conditions, you know the area hopefully very well, increasing sea state. So the breeze is pushing the sea and increase the wave height. We are starting with 30 to 50 centimeters, and then during the day building to 1.5 meters. So choppy sea and good breeze, and that's it. What you need else? Sun. And you have the sun all the day through. Some cumulus clouds could develop over land, but they are harmless. They only indicate that there is thermal workings, the sea breeze is coming up. Basically, you're riding on the gradient wind, and the sunny conditions help us to have a very nice day. Some high-level clouds will approach in the late afternoon, evening from the west. They indicate a front which will pass us tonight, not during the day. Temperatures today on land, 19 degrees over water. Keep yourself warm. Okay, you have a lot to work, but the wind chill is pretty high with a 16 to 15 degree on the water to expect. Sea surface temperature, I'm sorry, still 15 degree. The summer is still waiting, although we have today beginning of summer. With all these weather conditions, good sun, good breeze, good sea stay, perfect sailing conditions, and in this sense, I wish you good luck and a lot of fun. That's the most important.